All right, so it's 8:31 now. So we are now connected and we are live. So just want to check my audio here very quickly. Let me play this one for you para ma-check natin. All right, so it's midweek market review. Kung nabasa niyo yung description natin kanina, right? Major levels are being tested now from the market. So let's jump into the charts right away para makita natin ano yung ibig kong sabihin doon. All right. So again, for the people who be watching this session later on, because I'll be keeping the live sessions naman, I'm not taking them down. So just you'll be reviewing this later on a later time of the day. So again, reminder, there's a very good chance that the market's movement could have been different. All right, kasi syempre lalo na pag nasa lower time frame like 1 hour or 15-minute chart. Okay, so for everyone, okay, also please be reminded that this session is purely for educational purposes only, and no financial advice is given. All right, and as a reminder, all the time, trading is risky. Educate yourself properly. Okay, educate yourself properly of what the market really is, how the market works, and how do you take advantage of these movement. Okay. All right, so I'm jumping in now to the first currency pair. As you know, I'm always looking into the major currency pair. So let me just go and share to you my screen now. Okay, so you're now seeing AUD-USD. So pansin nyo yan, since Monday, tinitingnan natin yung level na yan kung kaya ba talagang i-break out ni market. So true enough, nag-stay siya dyan sa 72.79. I have just adjusted that level a little bit. As you may know, diba? Every time I open my chart, I go and start with a clean chart. And earlier today, I just go and drew that line right there. But of course, if you are seeing another level, which is a little lower lang din naman, so nothing wrong there, still at 72.75, which we had from for since these sessions have begun. Diba? So pwede nyo lagay dyan 72.75, still reasonable level, konti lang naman yung difference, right? So with that, ang gusto mo lang is mas makakita ka ng mas maraming touches doon sa horizontal line mo, making your resistance, or maybe it can be a floor later on, be more significant, diba? All right, so sabi nga natin, we want to see the price break through this level, but it has been 3 days now since the last session that we had. Look at that big move there from Monday, then Tuesday, ngayon Wednesday na tayo, still testing that level right there. If I can remember it correctly, nandito yan from Monday. Okay, look at that. The gap from Monday has been filled. Umakyat yan papunta doon. And now this level is being tested with a short-term sideways here, if you notice, on the 4-hourly chart. So for the people who were able to take advantage of this short-term move, good job on you guys. Please be careful lang because the price is consolidating here now compared to last time na pagtama niya sa ceiling, biglang baba. Alright, so sabi nga natin, we find these patterns effective, but of course, all right, you see patterns being invalidated sometimes naman by the market. So what do I mean? Sometimes nabi-break niya yan, right? Or nagba-bounce din siya dyan. Okay, so anong ibig sabihin? Ano ba talagang gamit nitong pattern na to, Ken? Bakit ba natin kailangan gamitin na to? 'Di ba? So sa atin kasi gusto natin ng sort of a guide para malaman kung saan ba natin i-anticipate na pumunta si market. So again, just to clarify this to everyone, okay, these analysis are not guaranteed, okay, or guaranteeing you the wins, but instead giving you the probability of where the price can go. All right, so if you guys are writing down notes as you attend this session, for the 6 people who are with me right now, thank you so much. Yeah. Again, we're not looking for guaranteed winning trades, but of course, we're looking for high probability trades. Kaya nga, in all positions that you take or you want to take, gusto nyo rin meron kayong stop loss, right? Or a safety net if that's how you want to call it, right? So, balik tayo dito. So Ken, ano ba ang pwede natin gawin dito? Ito na yung nangyayari kay AUD-USD. Papasok pa ba ako? Mag-aantay ba ako? Ano naman yung inaantay ko? So sagutin natin lahat yon, ha? Alright, so from here, we said that the 72.75 level is very significant from last couple of weeks pa. Medyo hindi na siya nagbe-break dyan. Pansinin nyo tong drop na to na napakalaki. Then tinest niya ulit very recently. And just earlier today, nag-try siya ulit but it's failing, 'di ba? So, anong nangyayari? Ibig sabihin, you have more sellers in this area pushing the price down more than buyers wanting the market price to go up. Okay, so ibig sabihin, right now, this area right here is dominated by the sellers. So, as a trader or a retail trader, mas gusto natin tingnan kung ano yung general market condition, which is, again, sabi ko nga, we are seeing more sellers in the market as of the moment. Okay, though you really wanted to buy, my suggestion is, kung buy ang talaga ang hinahanap nyo, wait for the buy level, right? Or wait for the price or the market price to reach your buy level. Saan naman yon? It should be above the 72.75. Okay? So, ano magiging itsura dyan, Ken? Right? So, you might want to see this price go up and stay here, maybe for the first couple of bars. Kung mag-stay dito itong price na to, itong mga bars na to, mag-stay dito, that will be my first attempt to buy. Okay? So, I'm not saying this is the specific or the definite itsura ng mga bars for the next couple of hours or days maybe. Pero ito yung example ng aabangan ko. Alright? So sana makatulong din to sa inyo. Because now we are on this significant level where we want to see where the price can go. And two things can happen. It can either break, right? Or reverse. Okay? So ngayon, dun tayo sa first possibility. What if pag nag-break siya? Anong ibig sabihin ng break? Right? Lulusot niya, right? Lulusot siya dito sa horizontal line na blue na yan. So, mabe-break niya yan, okay? So, pag nangyari yan, ano yung aabangan natin? Ano yung gagawin natin? So, pag lumusot yan, kunwari, tuloy ko na lang tong current bar, no? Gumanon. Right? Tapos, yung sumunod, nagstay na siya dito sa taas ng horizontal line. So, that for me is a good sign that the buyers are trying to dominate this market. Okay, so ibig sabihin, that's one good sign. If I want to buy, again, as a retail trader, if I want to buy, I'm seeing good signs from the market. Diba? I'm seeing good signs from the market saying that the general market direction could be moving towards that direction. Okay, so I hope you're still with me here. So from there, ang gusto ko nga, sabi ko, right? If you were with me from the beginning of these sessions, I want the engulfing bars to appear, right? So, ibig sabihin, I want this right here. Pwedeng bumaba muna yung next na bar, then eventually go up to become a bullish engulfing. At ito yung magiging entry price ko. So, again, kung mapapansin nyo, from the breakout, I'm waiting 2 more bars to stay above the horizontal line. And somewhere here, right, lagyan ko ng green, no? This will be my buying level for the anticipation that the price can go up right there. So, yun yung aabangan ko if the price breaks out. Okay? So, for the people who are looking forward to go for a long position with AUD-USD, if I am to take those trades, I will wait for a setup like this. Okay? At the same time, makikita nyo dito, zoom in ko lang ulit ng konti, right? If we are seeing or wanting to see the momentum in the market, right? It will also show us, balik ako sa orange, it will also show us the swings that would look like this. After that breakout, it will pull back right here and you'll notice the next high is higher than the previous. You'll have the recent low here higher than the previous. Then this is a good sign of momentum that the price can continue, right, in your favor if you're buying. Okay? So somewhere here will be where I will be waiting for. Diyan ako mag-aabang ng bullish engulfing. Alright? So, yan kung magbe-breakout. Okay? Yan kung magbe-breakout. So, kung naalala nyo din nung Monday, meron tayong pending sell dyan sa H1 yon, pero hindi nga lang siya nag-trigger. Kinancel natin siya kagad. Alright? Ano naman yung hinahanap natin? Bearish engulfing. Balikan ko yung H1 chart ha. Pansinin nyo kung meron bang nag-bearish engulfing at nagtuloy. which is this one right here. Kung naalala ko, parang ito yun. Ito, nag-bearish engulfing siya. So, pansinin nyo, na-engulf na. Hindi masyadong mataas itong high niya, pero pansinin nyo, mas high pa rin itong bar na to. Mas mataas siya. So, na-engulf niya yung previous bar. Though, the market went up again, then eventually went down. Alright? So, for some traders, they're looking for this 3-bar pattern or maybe the pin bar right there. Diba? So, pwede rin naman yan. This one right here, you have a beautiful shooting star here as well, moving in that direction. Right? So, there are several entry points here, which is this, and this for a sell coming from the ceiling. So, ibig sabihin, if the price stays below naman, okay, if the price stays below, which is what actually the market is currently doing, maghahanap tayo ng mga ganyang scenarios kung saan din tayo pwede pumasok for a sell. Now, take note lang, I'll have a box here very quickly for you. Right? Take note lang ha, I want you to focus on this box right here kasi nga nagkakaroon siya ng parang short-term support level. So, ibig sabihin, right, just like this horizontal line right here, pansinin nyo, nagre-reverse. So, ibig sabihin, on the opposite direction, pag tumama din siya dun sa area na to, where my purple or pink line is, we would expect for the market to reverse as well to the opposite direction. Alright? So, in that case, kung naka-sell tayo dito, gawin ko lang red ha, kung naka-sell tayo dito, alright, ibig sabihin, you are likely to take the money early somewhere at this level. Huwag nyo nang pangarapin na ilagay pa yung take profit nyo dito kasi baka mag-reverse lang din at bumalik lang siya. Okay sana kung bumalik lang sa entry price. What if kung nagtuloy-tuloy naman at naging iba yung scenario, 'di ba? So might as well where the red circle is, kung asan yung binibilugan ko, right? Diyan yung exit point nyo for a sell. Okay? So in my case, ito yung aabangan natin, right? Tingnan natin kung magkakaroon tayo ng, I'll go back to my orange drawing, right? I will find selling opportunities or look for selling opportunities in this level right here. So, yun yung plan natin for AUD/USD. Again, for a buy, you might want to wait for the breakout with the pattern that I mentioned to you earlier, retest the floor level, or retest the horizontal line as the floor level. If it stays there, then we have a high probability of market moving in our favor. Pag hindi naman nangyari yon, then maghahanap tayo ng sell, which is the last one that we talked about. All right? So if that's not clear to you, you have some clarifications on that part. As always, I say send me a comment sa comment section, or you can send me a direct message of your specific question if you're kind of hesitant to post it publicly. All right? And I appreciate for the people who send me direct message with the screenshot. Mas madali kasi yon sagutin ang tanong nyo kung may screenshot. All right? So thank you so much guys for doing that. Mas napapadali yung pag-respond ko sa inyo kasi kahit wala ko sa laptop ko or sa PC ko, right? If you send me a screenshot even on my mobile phone, I get to see the view kung ano yung question nyo exactly. So, I get to answer you directly as well. So, that's my suggestion for the other ones who might have some clarification on this currency pair. Alright? So, moving on. I want to move on to EURUSD now, which is testing the level 1117 or 111.17 to be exact. Alright? After that breakout right there, if you guys can remember, we were anticipating, draw ko lang yung trend line ulit ha, we were anticipating for this move to happen, pero nga starting nung Monday after that big gap, hindi niya nga meet talaga yung expectation natin to fill in the gap. And eventually yesterday the market started to fall again for EURUSD, and earlier today it has really broken through that 111.17 level. So ibig sabihin, anong pinapakita niya? Itong move na to is still not done yet, right? So if you are familiar with cycles, swings, waves, right, whatever your terminology is, okay, again, those things can be found freely in Google, right, or in the internet. All right, so for me personally, those topics or those concept have the same what do you call this? As far as concept is concerned, same lang sila ng concept but different terminologies and different patterns. So still looking for the trend. It's looking for the momentum, and also trying to figure out if the momentum is right about to reverse, right? Or you're about to lose momentum in that term. Okay? So, parehas lang yan when you're talking about waves, trends, cycles, what other term was that? pullback and extensions, mga ganun. Alright? So, now in our case, okay, tingnan natin to ha. I'm just curious. If I go and have the swing high to the swing low, there you go. Na-test na yung 61 extension natin doon, right? Na-test na yung 61 extension. If this can go continuously, it could go for the full extension at 161.8. Tingnan natin. Kung kaya magstay dito, then sellers tayo. Pero pag hindi naman, baka mag-pullback na rin ito. Right? So, ang gusto natin makita ngayon, tingnan natin ha, or paliwanag ko sa inyo mabilis. Ang gusto natin makita is dalawa. Kaya niya bang ituloy-tuloy ito pababa hanggang dito at least? Or baka bumalik na siya dun sa trend line na yon. Okay? Baka mag-pullback na siya. Right? For some traders, they call it the correction. Right? For me, it's the same thing. Pullback, correction, retracement, all means the same thing. Right? So, in this case, papansinin nyo yung pattern, bumababa, akyat, baba, akyat, baba, sinusubukan, umakyat ulit, bumaba. So, baka ito na yung kasunod na anticipate natin. So, technically, gagaya ni AUD-USD, we are on that zone where price is likely to go either way. Right? Medyo nagkakaroon ng 50-50 chances, right? Kung aakyat ba or bababa. So, yung probability whether we want to sell or buy is hindi pa siya clear. Right? Hindi high yung sell, hindi high yung buy. Right? Anong ibig sabihin nun? Probability ha, hindi high probability yung buy, hindi pa rin high probability yung sell kasi tinetesting niya yung level na yan. Okay, to avoid some confusion kung you're not using Fibonacci's yet, so I will clear this chart with just the trend line and the horizontal line. Okay, so ano yung ibig kong sabihin na hindi pa clear kung saan ba talaga siya papunta. Okay? Right, look at this. It's just today that the market have broken through this line right here. Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, baliktarin lang natin yung konsepto, this time on the floor or the support level. Ito pa lang yung unang breakout niya. So, ibig sabihin, may possibility pa tong maging false breakout or bumalik doon sa dati niyang level. So, ibig sabihin, for some, minsan nagiging excited na to sell but eventually the price went back. Ang iniisip is like, okay, ano ba tong trading na to? Scam pala to. Pag nagsesell na ako, umaakyat na si market. Pag nagbabay na ako, bumababa na siya. Well, what you need to understand is may certain timing din, di ba? Minsan, nahuhuli natin 100%, like spot on. We can catch those moves. Minsan naman, nahuhuli tayo. Minsan, too late naman, right? Now, in this case, it could be too early anticipating for the breakout. So, you might want to see price stay here more, right? So if the price stays below this horizontal line further, how many bars probably is the usual question I receive. I want to look at it earlier, right? Earlier part would be on my H4 chart or maybe H1, pero medyo aggressive na tong H1, no? Right? Because you only have this bars for like an hour. Okay? So conservatively, I want to see it happening on my H4 chart. Kagaya nito ngayon. This is a very beautiful sign. Right? Look at this. Pansinin nyo ha. Price have gone lower and it's staying here now. Okay? If this current bar goes a little higher, okay, this is a good sign for a bearish engulfing. So for you people who are familiar with this pattern, right, alam nyo na ibig kong sabihin. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Right? I will anticipate for this price to go down after. So okay lang yung umakyat siya muna, then go down. So pag nangyari yon, ibig sabihin, I have a high probability of this price staying below the horizontal line. Then, I could possibly, masyado na malayo yung aking 61. Tinanggal ko pala, sorry, tinanggal ko yung aking Fibonacci. Right, sorry. I was looking for my 161.8. So, ang ibig ko lang sabihin, if nangyari yung bearish engulfing na yan, there's a very good chance for this swing to continue. Right? So, may possibility na mangyari yung continuity na gusto natin. Right? Now, pag hindi naman, ang mangyari naman kay bar is like, nagtuloy-tuloy siya. So, dito ako maghahanap ngayon ng buying level. Right? So, ibig sabihin, as long as the price stays above, magiging buyer ako anticipating for the price to go. Ang difference nga lang, okay, look at this very carefully. Ulitin ko lang ha. Sell level will be below the horizontal line. Buy level will be above the horizontal line. Difference is, I'll have a much deeper room for a sell. Kung mapapansin nyo, I have several horizontal lines here that will remind me of my early take profit level. Anong ibig sabihin nun? If I will buy, I will go for my TP1. Right? Ito yung take profit level 1 ko. Kung hindi man siya magtuloy-tuloy, baka mag-sideways siya dito. So, at least nakapag-take profit muna ako. Okay? So pag nag-breakout naman siya, magiging TP2 ko naman to dito or take profit 2. Alright? So, katulad ng, or hindi katulad ng sell, medyo malalim-lalim yung titingnan natin dyan. Pero there's a way naman kung gusto nyo maging conservative. There's a way to find out how far this sell can go as well if you want to see like several levels, or if definitely if you're looking for a short-term trade lang, how short-term is that? How many pips will be that short-term move, right? So at least you have an idea here if you go for a quick buy there. Okay? For the sake of knowing how far a sell can go, sabi ko nga kanina, one way to do it is to draw your Fibonacci. Pero kung hindi kayo familiar sa Fibonacci, in this case, gusto ko sanang i-stretch pa. Okay, there you go. In this case, you need to zoom out yung chart nyo further. Ano ibig sabihin nito? You might want to look for a level from historical data na. Right? Kasi kung mapapansin nyo, kung dito lang tayo aasa for the last 6 months movement, wala tayong nakikitang floor. Kasi bakit? Lahat ng ginawa niya for the last 6 months or maybe more than 6 months is pababa. Right? So, kaya hahanap na tayo ng clue from further than 6 months or maybe a year. So, kung mapapansin nyo, yung data coming from October 2019 to early 2020 will be the level that we can use to identify how far our sell could be, right? Relating to the trading today. So, let me draw a horizontal line for you for the ones that I can obviously see. Okay? Conservatively, I can see this level right here. Mas maganda tong level na to. Touch here, touch here. So, ibig sabihin may confirmation na malakas tong level na to. It was a floor level, it was a ceiling level here. Now, it could act as our floor level here too. So, meaning, if you are looking forward for a sell, ibig sabihin medyo malayo-layo pa yung pwede nyong i-stretch. Kumbaga, mas maraming pips kayong pwedeng makolekta. Pero of course, again, hindi naman ibig sabihin na pag nakita nyo yung line na yan is definite. Yan na lang talaga ang aantayin nyo. Alright, always remember, the beautiful thing about trading is as soon as you see that you're making a couple of dollars there or pips there, or you're making $10, $20, at any time you wish to take the money, yes, you can. Alright, so yun yung lagi nyo tatandaan. Hindi ibig sabihin nag-set kayo ng support or resistance. It's definite for you to really follow where the support and resistance is as far as your take profit is concerned. Right? Ang ibig ko lang sabihin, as soon as you're comfortable to take the money or you're itching to take the money, diba? You can always take the money, right? Always close the trade and yun na yung magiging take profit level mo kung saan ka nag-close. Okay? So, that's my take on EURUSD. Sabi ko nga, sa ngayon, hindi tayo makahanap ng entry price, right? Pero we are seeing what we can possibly do if the market, do whatever we see it can possibly do, which are the things that we have discussed. Buy on this level. Pag nakita natin yung pattern na yon, hanggang dito lang muna. Or pag nag-continue, pwede kayong mag-stretch dito. So this can be your TP2. This can be your TP1. So pag hindi naman, you can sell papunta naman doon. Alright? Okay? So if you're not familiar or too familiar with finding your entry price, okay? For me personally, I'm looking for the previous bars breakout. If that concept is still not clear to you, you can let me know on the comment section. You can send me a direct message, so I can address your concerns appropriately. Okay, reminder lang, I might not have all the answers, but of course I will try to address your question to the best of my knowledge, and if needed, I can point you to the right direction, kung saan nyo pwedeng makuha yung sagot. Alright, okay, so in that case, I want to move on to the next currency pair, which is GBPUSD. Almost identical yung gusto kong makita, hindi yung pattern, yung gusto kong makita doon sa chart like EURUSD. Kagaya nito, pansinin nyo, na breakout niya tong level na to, hindi pa naman siya tumatagal dito sa ilalim, but this is like the first bar that really stays below. So I would anticipate for this price to go back and test this ceiling right here. Okay? And this will be my sell level. Dito ako mag-aabang ng sell malapit sa horizontal line na to. Right? Itong part na to. So, the level is 133.77. So, pag nangyari yon, then I will go and sell towards this direction. Alright? Conservatively, my first TP level will be somewhere here. Yung last na low niya. Itong nandito. Okay? So, this will be my TP1. This will be my TP2. Okay, so kung sakasakali naman, okay, pansinin niyo to, kung sakasakali naman, lahat ng itong ine-expect natin hindi nangyari at eventually the price goes up. Right? Ano naman ang pwede natin gawin? Okay, so obviously, I will go and set myself to look for a buy instead. So maghahanap naman ako ng buy opportunity. Okay, so ang mangyayari dyan, lagyan ko ng trend line ha, para ma-remind ako na short term lang yan. Okay, kung makikita nyo yung pink or yung purple na line na yan na maiksi lang, kung mangyaring mag-buy ako dito, hanggang dito lang din. Kasi baka matest niya to as a ceiling naman or a resistance. Okay, so buy level somewhere here, a sell level somewhere here. Now, probably some of you could be asking, Ken, gusto ko na talagang pumasok ngayon. Pwede na ba ngayon na? Well, tingnan natin, right? There are instances that the price can also continue to move further lower, right? So, tingnan natin kung may possibility ba yan ngayon. Tingnan ko ha. On the 4-hourly chart, well, if you use the EMAs, the orange will be below the blue in this case, right? I want to see the last 50 EMA. Okay, sandali ah. I want to go for the 50. Yeah, that still goes there. So, meaning, pansinin nyo tong EMA na to still acting as this short-term resistance possibly. Pero masyado pang malayo para i-anticipate ko yan. Mauuna tong horizontal line. Okay, so ibig sabihin, I will stick to the same analysis or the same plan. I want to see the price touch here. Okay, dito pa rin sa 33.77 before selling. Right? Yun yung unang level ko for sell talaga. If I want to jump in now, I think I could be too early. Tingnan natin sa 15-minute chart, no? 15-minute chart, I want to go for 48 bars there at least. No significant change there kasi dalawa lang bar na binawas natin. So at least for the last 12 hours, look at that. The price is above the EMA. So it is likely to go in that direction. Nandun yung momentum niya. So later on, dito talaga. So patience is part of your trading skills. When the market doesn't show you reasonable entry points at the moment. So ibig sabihin, in my case, kahit gusto kong pumasok ngayon for a sell, based on the ways I learned and understood how to get in the market, wala pa akong nakikitang high probability trade. So I'll rather see those patterns where I am confident and comfortable taking the trades at, instead of taking the trade now where I am not confident to get in, kakabahan pa, matataranta, may stress, hindi talaga siya productive. So hindi na fun ang trading pag yun ang ginawa mo sa sarili mo, 'di ba? So find a way where your trading session for yourself is fun, right? And not stressful, right? So pag nag-overanalyze ka na, by the way, a reminder to everyone, if you're feeling that you're overanalyzing, then that's not the trade that you need to take. Move to the next currency. Yeah, move to the next currency pair. All right? In that case, alam ko naman na anong gagawin ko sa GBPUSD pag nangyari yung mga pattern na nakita or diniscuss natin kanina. So for now, I would like to move on to NZDUSD, which is still struggling to go and continue this uptrend right here, right? And before I do that, wait, there you go. I have something from John. Nangyari sa'yo, coach, ang analysis paralysis. Thank you so much. Yes. Pag mararamdaman mo yan eh. Right? What is analysis paralysis? It's like you're over-analyzing. You're trying to, ganito na lang, yung maraming what if. Right? Doon mo malalaman kung nag-over-analyze ka na. Yung what if ganito? What if ganito? What if ganito yung mangyari? What if ganito? Tingnan ko kaya ito? What if pag itong ginawa ko? Alam mo yan? Pag marami ka ng what if, that's analysis paralysis. So, my suggestion, John, is, yeah, lipat ka na dun sa next currency pair. So, if the question is, nangyayari ba sa akin din yan? Yes. Right? So, pag nararamdaman ko, sandali, parang pinipilit ko na. Kasi gano'n na yung tendency eh. Pinipilit mo na din. Move to the next currency pair na lang para mas magaan yung loob mo. Right? To trade pag mas comfortable ka. Right? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? Kay Jongjong naman, sir, for the situation, you're considering the Ukraine versus Russia or stick with the analysis in Euro pair? Good question. Let me go back to Euro and GBP, right? Are we considering the current conflict, right? Of course, we're always considering the current conflict. And if you notice, the dollar is becoming a little stronger, yeah, as expected, based on their statement, right? For the last couple of days. Getting involved on that conflict, right? Unfortunately, Monday, The talks has begun, pero the market is not really confident that Russia is really gearing towards peace talks or whatnot. Kasi sabi nga nila, right? It's not again, I don't want to play economist or anything here. This is just again my personal opinion, based on what I have read and saw and watched. Okay, so again, anything can be subject to your interpretation. This is just my point of view. Okay, Monday was at least the first step for peace talks, but unfortunately, while those talks are happening, the bombing continues. So parang I'm not sure how to put this in perspective, no? Well, this is the only thing I can think of. Again, this might not be the best example, but I hope you understand. It's like bringing your chick in a marriage council. I'm not sure if you get that, right? You're trying to fix your marriage. Ukraine and Russia is trying to fix their marriage, but Russia is bringing his side chick on that marriage council. I'm not sure if that makes sense. Not the best example, but that's the only thing I can think of. So parang ganun yung nangyayari. So if you notice, there's more confidence on the dollar now more than the last couple of months. So probably, yeah, that could be the thing. Again, that's my personal opinion. So if the question is, are you considering the Ukraine Russia conflict? Yes, of course. But if you notice here, if you're not privy with or not really familiar with fundamental analysis, even the chart can explain to you what's happening already. So I'll gear towards more on waiting for the price, whether it can go to a certain direction or not. Because again, at the end of the day, those news items can yes possibly trigger the move, but the market will not really like automatically 100% all the time move with what whoever talks, right? Like whatever the news is, right? Minsan yung mga big players nagtatansyahan din yan. So my mindset is always looking forward to seeing what the big boys are thinking, and from there I want to go where the big boys are going, right? So understand the general market condition first, then jump in. Yeah. All right, you're welcome, Jongjong. Thank you so much for your question. Okay, so yeah, we cannot discount the fact that whatever is happening between Ukraine and Russia is really affecting the markets now, right? Especially with crude. I've been watching crude break the, can remember, that's 2015, I think. Look at that. That's the 2015 high. There you go. Oh, 2013. There you go. My eyes were playing with me earlier. So 2013 high. Look at that level right there. Definitely it's being affected by the Ukraine and Russia conflict. All right. Anyway, thank you so much for staying with me. I know we're over the 30-minute mark, but we're on the we still have 4 currency pairs to go, so I don't mind continuing. So if you are still here, then thank you so much for the 15 people. I like that. Moving on to NZDUSD, still staying above, or sorry, below 67.72. Di pa rin matuloy-tuloy yung move na yan. Kahit nakikita na natin tong pag-break na to. If you guys can remember, right, we were waiting for the symmetrical triangle to break, and it did. Okay? Kung maalala nyo, di ba, nagkaka-symmetrical triangle siya dito, and eventually it has broken through, then bumalik, then look at that. It's staying above the previous support level, but now it's creating a new resistance at 67.72. So my buying level, again, same concept. My buying level will be above, right, where the price or the horizontal line is now. Then we'll have a much bigger room for buying there, right? Medyo maliit lang yung room for selling. So if you're a little aggressive, then you can still go for that. I would say I will wait for the buy. I'm seeing more on the buy than the sell for now, pero hindi ko naman sinasabi na hindi to pupunta rito, right? If I'm anticipating for dollar strength, right? So possible pa rin na mag-continue tong downtrend. On a different perspective or different view, if I can just remove all the lines here, okay? One point of view here that you can also consider is this bigger downtrend. Look at this. Right, this bigger downtrend pointing in that direction. So that's one view that you can also consider. So if that's what you're looking at, you might want to check this too, because ito yung sinabi ko kanina sa description, on a downtrend, the 61.8 level is being challenged by NZDUSD, right? If you are looking at this view right here, if there's a continuity for this price to go downwards, right? So ito yung nakikita kong parang china-challenge niya si 61.8, because usually when you're using Fibonacci, you're waiting for the early reversal at 38 or maybe 50 or maybe 61.8. Now, the price is staying above 61.8. So parang tutuloy mo ba? Hindi. Tutuloy mo ba? Hindi. So, I want to see further confirmation there before I want to get involved with NZDUSD for a sell more than a buy. Kasi sabi ko nga, sa buy, mas nakikitaan kong nandito ang direction niya. Kasi nga, nasa taas siya ng 61.8 eh. So, kung mag-fail man itong 61.8 retracement, then there's a very good chance that I'll be a buyer somewhere here towards this direction, right? Papunta ako doon. So, for now on NZDUSD, though there's no clear move in the market yet, but I have a much clearer plan for myself. I want to go for a buy, at least for now. But again, if the price goes below 61.8, that will change my bias too. So, as a retail trader, again, there's nothing wrong with you changing your bias kasi you're not really, going against what the market is doing. What actually your plan is to go where it is going. You want to go with the flow, where you want to go with the trend, right? So there's nothing wrong with changing your bias. Some people kasi take it personal if they're changing bias. Parang like they have this personal connection, right, with the currency pair, right? One thing you need to understand is the currency pair doesn't know you, right? Please don't be too attached, all right, with that currency pair. Okay, be objective, not subjective. I think that's the best way to go for it. All right, so that's my take on NZDUSD. USD CAD is still staying on that sideways market. So for the people who were able to take advantage of that drop from Monday, good job on you guys. All right. For now, again, ulitin ko lang, if I'm not comfortable getting in on a trade, I will not touch that currency pair further. But if you guys are looking at this, I would love to give you my opinion here. Again, the price have dropped from Monday already, testing to go back here. And looking at this now, it could stay within this level for an extended period of time. I could be wrong, and eventually the price goes down here or maybe go back up. Pero looking at the current scenario, I don't want to put my hands on USD CAD for now, right? What type of trader are you? John, good question. Well, for me, I'm a position trader, right? I'm always looking for where I can set my trades right. I'm not usually getting in at the market right away. So I'm looking for certain patterns where I'm comfortable getting in. Right? So, ibig sabihin, kailangan kong makita talaga by the structure kung ano yung condition ng market. So, if the market is an uptrend, then I'll go for the trend. If the market is going sideways, I'll look for position or structure from the ceilings and the floor. Right? As far as the structure is concerned, that's how I want it to be. But for some, when you say type of traders, their question usually drills into, are you an intraday trader or an end of day trader, or do you keep your trades like are you an investor, something like that? So I would consider myself a mix of intraday and end of day trader, right? So as much as possible, I want to take my trades within the day. Yeah, get in and get out. So minsan the target is somewhere between 30 to 50 pips lang, right? Minsan less pa nga at 20 pips, depende na lang sa lot size, right? So pag naka 10 lot ka, then happy days ka na kagad sa 10 pips. Pag naka 1 lot ka lang naman, okay tayo sa 20 to 30 pips, 'di ba? So, pero there are some scenarios that I want to keep my trades over to the next day or to the next couple of days pag nakikitaan ko pa siya ng potential to move further. So, nagiging long-term yung position. So, if you look at it, the approach itself is really reliant to what the current market condition is and to what my current condition is. Right? So, kung naintindihan ko si market, go. Pag hindi ko siya naintindihan, I move to the next currency pair. Right? I hope I answered that question. All right, thank you so much. So I don't want to put anything here on USD CAD. But again, sabi ko nga, if you are looking forward to trade this, you can wait for the price to fall, just like what happened Monday here, then a quick buy. Then if it goes up right here, then you can go for a sell. My suggestion for sideways moving market, all right, never ever get yourself in the position or any position if the price is in the middle. Kagaya ng nangyari kanina, pansinin nyo yan. Zoom in natin ng konti ha. Tanggalin ko yung mga drawing ko. Right? So, nung nandito na siya sa kalagitnaan, biglang bumagsak na. So, mas maganda pa rin kung pumapasok ka sa trade nung nasa taas or nasa baba. Pero kung hahabol ka na on a sideways moving market, hindi na talaga siya advisable kasi biglang mag-reverse yan. So, 'di ba? So, ideally, exactly. If you talk about take profit, ideally your initial take profit will be the kalahati first. Right? So, the kalahati first, babantayan mo dyan kung magtutuloy siya or magsa-sideways, baka magkagulo-gulo yung movement dito, then take profit ka muna dyan. Right? If the price can go higher or further higher, then good. Okay? So, that's a conservative way, right, of looking at sideways moving market. Probably, if you are considering a certain indicator, then yes, you can. Right, depending on your understanding about an indicator. So in this case, you can use something like this, or for some they use RSI. But if you're not comfortable on indicators and you're not really familiar on how indicators work, I suggest master price action, because the price action can get you or give you a much clearer picture of what the market is doing more than indicators, right? Kasi indicator, by the word itself, yeah, sino ba yung kino-compute ni indicator? Saan nanggagaling yung indicator? Kino-compute nyo pa rin kung sino si price action or kung ano yung ginagawa ng price action. So, in that case, might as well master the price action, right? Then, have your indicator second, right? So, parang secondary confirmation na lang siya. Okay? So, that's my take on USD CAD. USD CHF is still doing its thing. Okay? So, look at that. This level is being tested now. If you guys can remember this from Monday, ito na yung drop. Then, look at that. It's going in that direction again. If you are to go in the trade, well, this pattern right here is good. It's becoming a head and shoulder pattern right here. So, tingnan natin kung pababa. Pero I'm still thinking that there can be dollar strength for the next couple of days given the situation. But of course, you don't discount the fact that Swiss is the safe haven aside from dollar yen. So, ibig sabihin, not klaruin ko lang yun, it doesn't necessarily mean that these currency pairs, dollar, yen and the Swiss are the safe haven. It doesn't necessarily mean that they can't be a weak currency pair, a weak currency as well. That's what I'm trying to say. 'Di ba? Hindi ibig sabihin na safe haven siya, lagi lang siyang malakas. Pwedeng humina rin 'yan. Depende sa economy nila or status nila, 'di ba? Pero given the circumstances, the Swiss could possibly fight back too, right? Yeah. So from here, would you get in? Well, I will stay to my opinion about USD CHF. Personally, I don't want to get in yet here. So if you notice, I'm more on AUD, Euro, and GBP. Yeah, that's where I want to get involved this week. And for the last couple of weeks, nandun yung focus ko. Aside from USD CAD, we had a couple of trades on USD CAD, or just one lang ata, one trade on USD CAD for the last couple of weeks. So all my trades were focused on AUD, USD, Euro, USD, and GBP USD, right? Though dollar yen in this case is one of my favorite currency pairs, still not showing me where the price can really go. Kung mapapansin nyo, yan, nawala na yung momentum niya. I was anticipating for an uptrend from here. Kung mapapansin nyo, from dito nawala na yung momentum. So, it's so difficult to say where dollar yen wants to go, right? So, it's like you're trying to talk to someone that don't want to talk to you. So, how productive can you be with that conversation? I don't think you'll be productive. So, dollar yen, I'm trying to talk to dollar yen for the last couple of weeks, and it's not really showing me or telling me where it wants to go. So, I don't want to get my hands in dollar yen, not yet, okay? So in this case, out of these major currency pairs, my top 3 on my watch list for the next couple of days, at least for this week, is still AUD USD, Euro USD, GBP USD. Again, if you agree with the analysis, go for it. If you do not, and you find this analysis not suitable for your trading style, again, yeah, I'm not forcing you to follow whatever I'm talking about here. This is just to give you an idea of what my opinion about the market is, my view about the market is, and I hope for the people who thinks they need it and they find it helpful, thank you so much. All right. So for either, okay, thank you so much too for staying with me for an extended 15 minutes there. So the session is usually just 30 minutes. So we extended additional 15 minutes there. And I love that you're still with me. And reminder for the people who will be watching this later tonight or maybe tomorrow, please understand na pwedeng nagbago na yung movement sa market. Okay, pwedeng nag-iba na yung movement lalo na sa lower time frame like 1 hour, 15 minutes or maybe 5 minutes or definitely on the 5-minute chart, diba? All right, so I hope that helped you understand what the current week is doing or what are these major currency pairs are doing, and I hope I have given you some tips and opinions and suggestions for where you will look for your entry price there. So again, for questions, clarifications, you can always send me a comment through the comment section or send me a direct message. Okay, we're still on that project that we have. Yeah, the road to 100. Yeah, we are at 81 now. Okay, so just have a screenshot of your subscription, right, on the YouTube channel, and a screenshot of you sharing it on your Facebook page, all right, or page, or sorry, on your, what you call this, yeah, through your Facebook. I would really appreciate that. And at the end, once we reach the 100 mark, I will be picking 2 people that will have one-on-one coaching session with me for at least 45 minutes. All right, so again, thank you so much for staying with me on a Wednesday. You guys have a wonderful week ahead of you. If you have positions, review your positions. If you have a trading plan, follow your trading plan. And as always, don't stress yourself out. Trading should be fun, everyone. I'll see you in the next session. Good night.